Brett Okamoto alongside the baddest 125er on the planet, Brandon Moreno, and also just, I mean, we say this every time, just the happiest, nicest guy in the sport. He's cutting weight. This is probably his 13th interview today, maybe more. I don't know. How are these? Well, how's life in general, and how are these? These Wednesday media days as the champ? Are they a little overwhelming, or can you enjoy them a bit?
I mean, for sure it's a little bit overwhelming, but I think right now I have the experience to manage these kind of moments. I don't know, man. Like you say, it's hard. You are cutting weight. You are eating like almost like nothing. But at the same time, I understand my job. I'm just trying to enjoy a little bit this, right?
Does it feel like a job? You call it a job. Does it feel like a job during these moments?
This part for sure. I mean, this part is like a job. Obviously, the funny part, go and fight is the funniest part ever. You're like, oh, let's go. I love to do this. Yeah. But at the same time, again, I'm just enjoy the interaction with the people, with you, with all the other journalists, and just getting fun.
Yeah, is that why you're doing this? And that sounds like a silly question. It's not like you got plenty of years left, but I was talking to Jason House, who's obviously, you've been your longtime manager, and he's like, you don't really put a lot of meaning into money and like the fame and all that. So he's like, when he won the title, I didn't know like what he would, like how much he would want to stick around, what he'd be fighting for. Is it just like because you enjoy it? Is that why?
Yeah, I mean, I can see another fighters, and I mean, it's fine. Every single people has their own motivations or whatever. But you can see fighters who enjoy too much the feeling of the belt in the shoulder and whatever. And like for me, it's like I'm not really sure. I just want to fight. I don't care, if somebody told me like, hey, this fight is not for a title, like okay, just pay me the same, but let's go. I don't care. Yeah. So yes, man, I'm just trying to enjoy the moment. I'm just trying to put attention in the important things in my life.
Well, I will say, like the little bit that I've been lucky enough to kind of been around you and watch you, it seems like you're enjoying the training as well. And this was your second camp with Safe, and you hear a lot of times people say that like that's when you see the actual impact of a head coach is on the second fight, because the first fight is just like you're kind of learning new things, you're getting into a groove. The second fight is when you really start to show like some of those things being put into action. Is that how you feel with this one going in with Safe?
No, the first time wasn't a special moment because when we started to work together, we had just like 4 weeks to prepare for the next fight against Davison in Brazil. So we don't have like too many time to meet each other and connect. But for this one, we had the full training camp. I started training camp here in Las Vegas, and I went to Dallas. 3 weeks in total. Then I came back to Vegas, but then Safe was coming to Vegas every single week to keep training together. So man, the connection, the training was crazy. It was hard, but at the same time, I keep this balance between the hard work and the recovery. Taking care of my body. Like hey, Wednesday maybe we need some PT. Friday the same to be ready next week. Next Monday to keep working hard.
Yeah, I mean obviously a lot has been being made of. You're familiar with this guy. You fought him 5 years ago, and you're not the same person whatsoever. From a technical standpoint, how different are you? What's the biggest changes over the last 5 years?
I mean, I think I don't need to talk even about it. Like the people can see the difference, And it's weird because a lot of fighters say like, "Oh, I'm a different fighter. I made these changes. I'm doing this and that," but I don't believe in that, man. You can see the fights and they look kind of similar, but I don't have like too many examples of that. Like I'm for these ones, I put this example like Charles Oliveira. He looks so different, when he came to the UFC. He was like a kind of like he was winning some fight, losing, getting some bonuses, then losing again. But then he started just winning, and everybody was like, hey, what this Charles doing? Like he looks so different. And then he won the title. He lost against Makhachev, but then he won again against Vinil Darish. So he looks impressive. I think it's the same with me. Like a lot of people like, hey, why Brandon Moreno looks so different? Why he looks so prepared? The technical part is so different. So I think that's the case. I can talk about the technical part, but the mental part too. Like I'm just decide to win every single time I'm stepping in the octagon.
Yeah, when you put it that way, it sounds so easy. Oh, I just decided to win, but it's just like you do. It's like a swag, you know. It's just a way that you're standing almost. It's your demeanor, you know. And like Safe told me that as well. It's just like you just feel like the baddest guy in the room, I suppose. Is it kind of like that? Is it sort of that sort of feeling?
Yeah, I mean, like you say when you start this interview, like I'm trying to be very fun every single time. I'm trying to be very respectful, very kind with everybody. But in the moment when I'm training, it's a whole different guy. I'm just trying to be my best every single practice, and I did it, and I feel it all this training camp for sure.
Is it kind of nice coming out of a quadrilogy with like you just trained for the same guy 4 times? Now you're facing a guy who you've also fought twice, but you have lost to him twice. So is it kind of nice, like was it real super motivating, I guess, like to get out of and I got a familiar opponent again, but it's a guy that I really want to get a win against.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 100% motivated for this fight. This is a special flavor, this fight, because like you say, he beat me twice in the past, so you have this competitive part with yourself. I mean, I want to get one. Okay, I gonna get this victory for sure. I can't lose against him, but at the same time, I'm just focused on the last goal. You know, I'm focused to win this fight for my legacy, man. I think if you think about it, like, hey, win against Alexandre Pantoja, who beat you twice in the past in UFC 290 International Flyweight. The crowd like screaming your name, thousands and thousands of people. Man, a lot of Mexican flags. Man, I'm excited for that.
God, man, this fight is such an action fight. It's like you're going against like just dangerous opponents, and yeah, that's your job as a champion. But is it just like mentally almost taxing? We're just like, man, just violent guys I gotta fight all the time, right? I mean, is that just kind of like that's what I'm anticipating going into this weekend, is just a violent fight? Is that where your mind is at, or are you hoping like I can make a statement against this guy pretty quickly?
Man, I want to win. I don't care. I mean, I had amazing fights against Pantoja in the past, especially the first one. The second one was a kind of mess. That training camp, that fight specifically, was terrible for me. I don't want to start to put excuses, just that wasn't the fight I expected for a whole different ways. But this time, I'm just focused to win, man. I just want to win this battle. If I need to fight 5 rounds, I will, and I'm ready. I'm prepared for that. I prepare myself in all this training camp. But I really believe, from the bottom of my heart, I can make a statement in this one, for sure. Yeah.
And last thing for you, you had told me when you fought in Anaheim and you felt the pressure of Mexico, you're like, man, Mexico is here, and they're counting on me. Now that you got some help with Alexa and Yair,
of course,
you feel like some of that pressure's been taken off of your shoulders? You still feeling it every single time you walk out?
You know, I mean, I still feel the pressure because I live in pressure every single day. You know, I have a lot of eyes behind me, a lot of people who follow my steps. So I live in pressure every single day. I think the difference is just I have the experience to manage better. Okay, last time in Anaheim, I remember, you know, and I remember the crowd, and was a whole different experience. But now I think just the difference the experience for sure.
Yeah. Well, like I say, International Fight Week is, of course, it's going to be a deep card. This is the fight. This is the fight to watch. I cannot wait for this 5-round fight between these two. So really looking forward to it, and best of luck.
Thank you so much, Brett.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.